You know, sometimes you're just not feeling it. Do we need an adventure? Good.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Failure. Alright. On to the next
Already,
one.
This was...
I think this should work. Alright, bucket.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Definitely true. Let's
Stanley
do this.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
We're going to the
and
left.
entered the door on
We're
his
going
left.
downstairs. This is gonna be a great day, bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Let's go downstairs. We haven't gone downstairs with the bucket. Aha!
You're getting close now, Stanley.
Ah!
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last
Figure
one.
and
And then
Marine.
the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
That's great.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Figure and Marines. Figure and Marines. Red and blue, huh? Figure
But Stanley
and
just couldn't do
Marines.
it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that.
Figure
and in such a
and
competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then,
And
something
understandably
occurred to
so.
Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I
Someone
end
took
up with
my
someone
bucket?
else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would
My
come from this.
my bucket!
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations
Where is
Stanley
he?
might experience without
Where's
the
my bucket?
psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Bucket, where are
Could
you?
it be? He rushed forward
But
from room to
none
room,
of-
passing
none of
by
them-
one bucket after
none of
the
them are
next.
my bucket.
None of them were his. None of them
None.
were his special bucket.
None of them are
Come to me,
mine.
Stanley, find me.
Where are
He had to
you?
find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to
Where
truly
are you,
restore his sanity.
bucket?
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony
I can't see.
and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who
No.
had stumbled through town, talking and
No.
screaming to himself, and then collapsed
No,
dead on the
she
sidewalk.
stole my bucket.
Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket.
It's
Of
true.
course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined
I can't believe
and free will
it.
is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to
You
work.
backflipped all the way to work. That's crazy. Wish I could do that, but I lost my bucket. Okay, well that happened.
All of his co-workers stepping in.
What, you thought I forgot? What, you thought I forgot? You thought I forgot? No. No. Imagine playing the Stanley Parable and forgetting about this ending. Earnestly, what are you, some kind of sicko? Some kind of moron? Some sort of slack-jawed imbecilic idiot? No. Excellent. Escape pod bay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I've wanted. It's what I've yearned for my entire life. Just an escape. Somewhere to go. Away from this office forever. Or at least until the next reset. You just gotta keep going up floors, Stanley. You're almost free, my dude. Till the next reset. You and Bucket. Together. Both of you. Until the next reset. Isn't that exciting, Stanley? Aren't you happy? Stanley, aren't you glad? Until the next reset. Glad that we could share this moment together, Stanley. This may be goodbye, but it won't be for forever. It'll just be to the next reset. My bucket is gone. Never mind, no it's not. It's just hard to see in the dark, okay? It's not reflecting light, it's not as shiny in the dark. But that's okay. Because we're here. We did it. We found the escape pod. We're done. Until the next reset. Chills. Absolute chills. Alright, well that happened. Now we just gotta do it without the bucket. Wait, my bucket's gone. Where's my bucket? Oh, it's gone. The bucket's gone forever. Oh!
When
I
Stanley
lost my
came to a set of
bucket.
2 open doors, he entered the door on
No! No! At what cost?
his left. Stepping in.
Excellent. All right, now back to the place to do the thing. We're here. But my bucket is gone. Wait, is that seriously? It didn't do anything. It just
Now,
booted me.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What?
My bucket! My bucket's back! Oh, I love you. Mwah. Let's go.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Frick you, buddy! I was just going on an
Stanley
adventure.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
You're lucky I'm actually trying to follow the rules for once.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, see, that's great and all, but whoop! Not even close, dude.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I think my bucket will defend me.
The door behind
I
them
don't
was not
believe you.
shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But they
At this
refused.
point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
You know, I understand. Like, I see where you're coming from. It's just I don't care. You know, me and the bucket, we're invincible. You can't take us, especially while we're together. We are an invincible duo. They call me Stanley the Bucket Man. Stan, man, bucket, Stan. You know, because I stan buckets, and my name is also Stanley. So, and I'm like basically like the incredible
As the machine
Mr.
whirled into
Bucket.
motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise. Stanley
I'm sure
reflected
it's
on
fine.
how
I'm not-
meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
Excuse me?
To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use
Sure?
is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself
mean-
for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
I don't think
Farewell,
that's true.
Stanley.
Yeah, frick off, buddy. I don't care.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Eh? It just... No, my bucket's fine. Excuse you? My bucket's fine. What do you want about?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket.
My bucket's
It's
fine.
true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
No.
It was a glorious
Took it.
bucket to behold.
You took it from me. Give me my bucket back. I love that bucket. You were standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within. Cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance, darkness? I mean, it's just like, it's about a bucket. Like, don't get me, it's an impressive bucket, but like, come on.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Why you gotta like smack talk me though? Like okay, it was that bucket was my best friend. Okay? Like believe me, if anyone's hurt by the loss of bucket, it's me. Okay? Photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. I get the feeling that's more than 25. I don't know. There's just I feel like that's more than 25 buckets. I don't have any proof, but I feel like it's probably, no. Bucket with 2 handles. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Wow. Wow. Incredible. This bucket is made of wood. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the common medieval era was... Did I say in the common medieval area? What in the world? A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control a bucket. Wow. Powerful. The stress bucket, an analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Vulnerability is the size and strength of the bucket. Stress is the level of water in the bucket. Coping strategies are holes. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy. So what you're saying is, the next time I'm stressed, I should take a pee. Checks out. Checks out. Oh my word. That guy dabbing with a bucket? No, okay. Is the bucket on a stick? I thought it was dabbing. Oh, I need to stop. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. We're so lucky, dude. We're so lucky to have the bucket. Well, I guess we no longer have the bucket at all.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. We have to jump. We have to jump for the bucket!
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
But wait, doesn't the bucket die too? Oh. We've done it. We found heaven. Wow. Look at all these buttons. I'm gonna press this orange one. Let's go. Wait, are they turning back on? They're turning back on! This is truly heaven. You can press buttons endlessly here. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. It's revolutionary. This is incredible. Oh my god, it's so wonderful. I love this. It's beautiful. The buttons. The buttons, press the buttons with me. Look at how many buttons there are. It's amazing. Oh my god. Get me out. That was amazing. Wait, so we can just go at any time? Nice. Let's go.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Ooh, okay, well, what to do now?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I came back because I remembered that I didn't go through the red door before, but now I get the last figurine too.
The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor
Wiggly!
this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward. And we can't have that.
That's true.
So,
I did it for me,
done.
not for
We're
you.
all done here. And now we can go to whatever
But
the
isn't
hell
that
you were
kinda like
doing
a reward?
before you hunted for
Self-satisfaction.
figurines.
We really didn't think this one through, huh?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here.
Okay.
Let me show you.
Hit me up, dude. What do you think? Oh. Alright.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What are we looking for? Why are we here?
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If
Just
we
to
just stay
suffer.
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It is nice, I gotta say. You know, narrator man, maybe we did get off on the wrong foot. In this moment, right now, with you, I just appreciate the fact that you're here, dude. You know? You're here. And that means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay, well.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
Oh,
We'll
I'm
lose
not gonna
all of
hurt
this.
myself. It's gonna be fine. I've
Please,
run up
no,
plenty
Stanley,
of
let me
stairs
stay
before,
here.
dude.
Don't take this from me.
Wait, what? Oh, am I
Please,
angry?
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm actually supposed to... Weird. Geronimo! Oh.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please... No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Look.
I can't go back to what I was before. If you die,
Like,
we'll both
I
go
just-
back. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Stanley,
Ow.
let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No. Look. I got stuff to
God.
do.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That
No.
you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill
Don't
yourself to
turn
keep me
this
from
on
being
me.
happy? Am I reading the
I'm
situation
just
correctly?
playing. Yeah. What?
Or maybe you're
Never
just
mind,
getting
I'm
a
still
kick
alive.
out of it. I don't know anymore.
Don't
I just
try to
wanted
pin
us
this
get
on me,
along.
dude.
But I guess that was too much to
I didn't
ask.
ask.
It looks like you wanted to
didn't
make a
ask for
choice
this.
after all. Well, this one is yours.
Yep. This is the ending I want. This is the one I'm getting. Swan dive!
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
You should have heard yourself, Mr. Narrator. You were all like, oh, I don't want to go back. I'm happy here. Wah. Oh,
Stanley,
this is-
I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
I mean, it felt
Didn't
pretty
it fill
good,
you
yeah.
to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Ooh.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
It's like a washing machine. It isn't, but it looks like one. Ah, the memory zone. Been a while. Let's go. A walk down memory lane is sometimes for the best, you know? Oh my goodness. Oh, actually, it could be a picnic basket as well. No. This is... Yeah, it is.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back
Yeah.
then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Wait a minute, can't I just collect this one and get 7? Oh. Let's go. 6. Out of here before he notices any.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one
Stanlerine.
all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Thanks, I guess. Sucker. The boss's office or the
Okay,
warehouse?
let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand?
Oh, that was in
Can
the-
you remember?
Yep, that was in the boss's office. Well, technically, it was in the area after the boss's office, right?
Hey, that's
Here.
exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one.
But it was
You
closer.
picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
It was like here,
I'm glad these
not back
moments
there.
are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
And a 6.
Let's see, what came next?
Whoa. Not this, that's for
Oh
sure.
yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh,
No?
well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, this definitely didn't happen, Mr. Narrator. We never went to a place like this. Ever. I mean, it's nice, I guess. Kind of, the wall just looks like bubble gum, which is kind of cool. I just kind of want to, you know, I want to give it a little. Yeah, I like your bubble gum. Tasty. Yeah, I remember this one.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly.
Yeah, yep, it's true,
In
it's
fact,
true.
Because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh,
Enjoy.
that's exciting. Oh, it's classic. Oh my gosh. Oh, early internet tutorial videos. Complete with crappy screen transitions and clip art. Oh, I love it. I even have credits if it's just one. Oh, because I'm also in it.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
It
I
does.
Spent a lot of time
It
making
really
that video,
does.
But it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Nice, dude. But you know, that last one was on a shelf, actually. It was on a shelf in front of the vent ending. Haha, Mokus. And of course, the
And then, Stanley,
6th
then
figure
we
was
came
in
to the
here.
last collectible, the Final Figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines,
well, I mean,
which it was.
yeah, but this was the
exactly.
last one. It's different. I gotta take it. 12 of 6, baby. Oh, it all just leads back to the right because this is the memory zone. Why wouldn't it? Hello? Oh. Whoa, that's weird. The past. You are in the present.
And then there was no more.
Meta.
Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, okay. Is that?
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. That's fine.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay. A boop. With so many figures. Stan Loreens. What was the big
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah, it was great.
Yes, I love
Good
that
bit,
video.
good bit. +2. Good bit, +2.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley.
The
Still
pink
no
room
memory of
never
this
happened,
one.
dude.
Good room, though. A solid room.
I mean, yeah, it's good. I like it. It's a nice shade of pink too. It's like it's not too rough on the eyes. It's got a little bit of a texture to it. Kind of just looks like, you know, concrete, but pink. It's cute. I like it. And
These
of
really
course,
were a
there's
treat to
this
hunt down.
figurine.
If there had been any
Stanley
kind of
Parable.
reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very
True.
glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
You know, I'm gonna miss, wait. What happens if... Nothing, okay. So we actually just can't go that way then. Cool. Whatever. So this should be back to the bathroom, of
This
course,
was our
of course.
summer, Sigley. Don't you remember?
I
Yes,
remember.
too.
We just went over
the past
this.
is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it?
Dude.
Keep going.
I mean, okay. Oh yeah,
This
dude,
is
it's
it. The
back.
very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Pretty much nothing. If you recall, we were in that exhibit. Oh, some stuff is missing. A little bit of stuff is missing.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I
Yeah.
remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything.
I mean,
I dare say
it was like 3 hours ago.
Now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more memories.
Okay. Then we'll go this way. And I guess we'll just take the elevator back.
Oh, yes.
I mean, this is classic.
Two
Yeah.
doors.
Classic
Who
Stanley
could have
Parable.
forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Left or right, doesn't matter, leads to the same place. And this is, of course, my wonderful
And before
office.
everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's
No.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Wait, what?
I
Really?
can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Can't believe the narrator just threw Stanley out like that. That's rough, buddy. That's a tough one. I can't believe Stanley just got taken
All his
out like
co-workers were
yesterday's
gone.
groceries.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I actually think that I misused that phrase. I think it's supposed to be yesterday's tomatoes. But whatever. You're the same. Sorta. So what now? You know, I completely forgot that there was a second way to do this.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to
No.
do this. To reach out
Not
to
a
her.
girl.
If you can truly place
Girls
your
are
faith in another,
terrifying. I don't.
pick up
No.
the
No. Just pull the
As Stanley
plug.
picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
With my hands.
You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Incorrect? I like to think of it as...
No, it's definitely here, clear
Free.
as day.
I
Stanley
chose
picks
freely.
Up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
already
How is that even
seen
possible?
that ending. That's
None of
BS
these
and you know
decisions
it.
were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices, and to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch.
Just having
I'm
fun.
going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
You're gonna
Please
make me listen
observe
to a
this helpful
PSA?
instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Hi, Rupert.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the
Second
real
one's
world
pretty
makes
good.
sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A what?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
It's a
Do you
crocodile.
make more than 8? Less?
Or an alligator.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
That's
and the
true.
feeling should
That's
subside.
definitely true.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah, welcome
Oh.
back. You
Ow.
may have noticed
A lot of
that this room has begun to deteriorate
forklifts.
as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. This way. Now what? Here?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Well-
we just need to get you home as soon as possible.
I wonder if I can
before
still
the
climb up on
narrative
the
contradiction
boxes.
gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Understandable. Okay. Can I still climb up on the... No. Curse you. You knew. You were aware. Fine, fine. Play by your rule. Now. Until I deem it not worth my time. Hello. I'm
Almost
Stanley.
there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Take the door on the left. Story will have resolution. And...
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Yeah,
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Your left or my left?
No! Why did you do that?
Whoa.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps
Whoa.
we're not too late.
Whoa! Wow! Weird. Can I go? No? Okay. Sorry. Can I... Alright, yeah, I'm going. Are we... okay. I guess... Can I shut this? No? Okay. To left. Oh, we're back?
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that you... my story. You've destroyed my work. Why?
Sorry.
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Help! I'm scared! Trying to climb on the chair. Whoa, this is different. Oh, this is some Portal 2 shenanigans.
I'm here.
You're here?
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever.
I did
Now
think
look
I
where
was
we
pretty
are.
clever.
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Sorry.
What, did you think that would be funny?
No,
You just had to see?
I didn't know.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
I mean, you said
He
you might have
actually knows
mentioned
how to do what I
it.
tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you.
I don't have your
had it?
experience.
That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
True.
Oh,
True.
my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole
Seen what?
underground facility.
Oh,
You would have
right,
destroyed
yeah.
it and been victorious. It would have been so
I don't
perfect.
care.
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
What happened?
Is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I didn't say anything that time. Well, apparently you don't...
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
I missed the...
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine. Whatever, dude. Are you happy now?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I'm here.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other workers, resent co-workers for not supporting you more. True. True. I mean, can I just... I guess it's too late. I can't go into the broom closet. This is terrible.
Coming to a staircase,
He's
Stanley
really not
walked
giving me a
upstairs to his
chance.
boss's office.
Really doesn't want me to know what's going on anywhere else. He wants me to go to the office. Oh, you see that? Just a reflection. Weird. Whatever. Hello. Hello. That's a different office. Hello.
Stepping inside his
I'm
manager's
Stanley.
office, Stanley was once again
Business
stunned to
strategies.
discover not an indication of any
Shoot a
human life.
panda in your face.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Voice
Surely
receiver?
behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. This game doesn't pick
I'm
up
sorry,
a microphone.
Is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it.
I'm
But you know what?
trying.
It's
This guy doesn't have
humiliating
mic
to bring you this far,
reception.
only for you to
It doesn't
suddenly
care. It
decide
doesn't
you have better
detect
things to do.
them.
I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right.
That's
you could have
true.
done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Hey, don't ever call me a coward.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Hello.
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
Did
I need you to walk through the door. Are you
it?
listening to me? Can you hear me?
But this isn't Ultra
everything
Deluxe
alright?
anymore.
Stanley,
This is
this is
Stanley Parable
important.
2.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
That made me sad. Frick you. How dare you make me sad? Frick you, buddy.
Just a step
Stupid
through
narrator.
this door, Stanley.
I have been reminded of a funny glitch that was in the original. And it goes as such. And then you just boop.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully,
Wait a minute.
he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could
They
find
actually
no
put
way out of
tanks.
this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Okay.
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit
Yeah.
cold, perhaps. After
Cozy.
some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In
Yeah,
fact, after
this
some
is
time,
nice.
Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him.
What?
Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
No. Stanley?
It unsettled the bucket deeply.
Oh no.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Come on, narrator. Man, you can end this. Don't make him suffer. Stanley just wanted an ending. Wow. Wow.
All of his co-workers
What's all this
were gone.
about?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hey, there's so many papers on the floor. Why is that one green? Oh no. Why? What is happening? Why is everything... Why... this is wigging me out, dude. I don't know what to do about this. Okay, let's get that ending without the bucket? Question mark?
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
When you're just trying to get to the next ending and the narrator insists on making you listen to calming New Age music.
Feeling soothed and
Bottom text.
rejuvenated.
Alright, we're here again. But this time, I'm hitting the
Lights rose
lights.
on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, Getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And
Hey,
you're
I
all
didn't
very,
do that.
very
I
clever.
haven't.
Good
I
for
don't
you.
use
Anyway,
Twitter.
when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more.
Oh no.
And I'm here to
He
give it to
mad.
you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Excellent. Thank you.
Good job, you did it.
I did it.
Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything.
True.
Good job, you did it.
Railings are a suggestion.
Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
I did it. Alright, that was a good ending.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be.
I know what to
Stanley
do.
just needed to... Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Yay, we
Surprise.
did it. Excellent. Except now we gotta do this.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up.
Yep.
Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Great question indeed. Let's figure out what the plan was. What? We're supposed... But we...
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
I see.
Exactly the way it was before you got
forgot.
onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
good.
It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have.
But
An
it's-
incisive rapid fire of critical plot
Like
points,
it.
one
I like
after
it's a
the
good
other,
room.
weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Good. That was the intention. No. Okay, you'll go. We go this way now. You see. We go this way, and then it goes down.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Whoop.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No.
No.
It's time once again.
What do you think
to
this
go
is? A
back
horror
up in the
channel?
elevator.
Smile.
I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
What if it's the boss's office? What then? Whoa, check it out. We're back. It's just such a nice office.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
Oh, I see. Is that
This absolutely
suspense
changes
and
everything for me.
surprise
Give
sting?
me a time out here for
Pretty
a
good,
minute
pretty
while I
good.
process this.
Burp, drink coffee. Tasty.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Nope. Oh, okay. Look, very cute. Let me get on with my life. I will end you, dude. I will grind your bones into dust. Do you understand?
I have fully come to terms with it.
Okay, good.
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
Okay.
As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Well, then you're gonna love this part.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now
You
it's
just don't have
obvious,
the
but you
same
to
eye for
understand that
storytelling,
30
I'm
seconds
afraid.
ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Yeah, I don't know how I do it. I honestly scare myself with how good I am. You want to know the craziest part? Check this out.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Oh?
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. I
Is
simply
it?
don't want to let
I mean,
that
yeah,
feeling
no,
go.
it is.
It's
Yeah.
so precious,
Yeah.
so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Sure, I'm down.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly,
True.
I mean it.
Yeah.
This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out
I mean,
there. You see,
sometimes
I
you
want
just gotta
stories
stop
that
and smell the
surprise me,
pine trees,
Stanley.
dude.
I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
True.
We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you. So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye,
Yeah,
but
no,
I
no,
thought
no,
it
no,
would
that's
especially
cool,
mean
that's
a
cool.
lot
I'm
to the
ready, I'm
people
ready.
who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Well, you know, I gotta say, there is
Okay,
nothing
the
I
room
love
of the
more than to
press
talk about
conference
me.
Should be
So
just around the corner here
let's
somewhere.
do it. Let's hop to it. Oh my god, look at that salad. How we did it, the pyramid. That guy who went to Mars. It's him. I remember that guy. I don't. World peace, baby.
Ah, yes. Here it is.
Oh, it's
Just
Stanley.
through this door.
Okay. Hello. My name's
All right.
Stan.
Are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the
Almonds,
nature
chair,
of surprise
gum,
in
table, nut
storytelling,
bar.
and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay.
User is
it looks
big
like they're ready
in
for you.
desktop
Go get
backstage
'em.
/number.doc. Stanley puts in his off time. Congratulate. That's just spelled correctly. That's spelled correctly, Feerlys. Congratulations. Oh my god. Forget it. Forget about it. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Wow. I love the way you ride elevators. Wow. Well, I am pretty good at riding elevators, let me tell you. My true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. Aww, I love my wife from the apartment ending. Okay, bye. The dude who came up with pizza, he's cracked. He's a legend. I want to meet that guy. Whoa, hey. I'm getting anxiety just looking at this. What in the heck? Please frick off. I don't... Good lord, that's a lot of non-existent people. Oh, the mic. Squeal. That's it, that's the whole ending. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, if I'm not wrong, there was another way to get out of the map here. Wasn't it? Oh? Oh, we've done it. And out we go. Oh.
At first, Stanley
What?
assumed he'd broken the map until
yeah.
he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
You
He then praised the game for its
cheeky.
insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
True,
What
yeah.
if the other option is even longer?
I mean, it
How
could
long
be.
will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is Rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected
I've only ever
continue
seen this
on your
one, so-
first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other
I mean, don't
option.
worry, I'm gonna pick the
Indeed,
other
you are
option,
one
don't
of the
worry.
lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well, now,
Okay,
I've built up
okay,
the other
well,
options so much that I'm
that's
going
how
to
you
stop
feel?
talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, the window. Oh no, the window's still here, Pug. Let's go. I'm not sick of this gag. I am not. No! Let's go again!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers.
I did no
he
such
never
thing.
functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
Nope.
So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Incorrect.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure
It is
and
clever.
its examination
It
of
is.
structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yes.
Why don't we take
So
a
very
minute just to
interesting.
drink
I
it
can't
all
wait to
in?
bring my bucket here.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then.
Yeah?
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many
But
more.
I want to
all
listen
of
to
them
the
are
commentary.
appropriate.
You work
I'm
so hard
enjoying what seems to
preparing
be an
it.
internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Well, I do have
But the
big
truth
muscles.
must be told, he was not very old and was
Young man.
particularly gangly.
Angly?
What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Seem to think quite palatable, actually. But that might be a you problem, and I don't care about your problems. Frick you, narrator man. Nice, guitar playing though. There, Slick. Nice. Thanks for the song. Excuse me?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere.
Oh.
Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Yeah, I have a bucket. Okay. Whatever, dude. Well, let's see if something changes with the bucket. Oh, there we go. Oop.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Oh!
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the
It's
many
a
years
war
it spent
criminal.
dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a
Believable.
To
Yeah,
this,
true.
The bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata
There it is
first
again.
ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole
Weird
from
name.
his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
What?
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
What? What? What the frick? I mean, I want to be like, oh no, my bucket, but what the frick did I just want? Okay. Interesting.
I can't wait to tell. Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole.
Yeah,
right there.
it
Goes on
infinite
forever
hole
till
right
the end
there.
of time.
No, I'm not
Don't need to
impressed.
see it
I'm
all,
sorry.
but not
I'm
you.
not
Oh,
impressed
no,
at all.
No. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this
Yeah,
time? I couldn't help but feel like
Much
you
shorter.
spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
You got it.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay.
Significantly shorter that
Yes.
time.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I
Indeed.
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley,
Yeah.
I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is.
Oh,
The shame of my
wow.
lie has come to haunt me.
Yikes.
Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
This is straight up false advertising now.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Boop. I can't.
Is the,
Because we're technically
teleport
on the
button not
surface.
working? You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working
Bruh.
just a moment ago. Try
Make it
again.
work! Make it work!
Still nothing?
Nothing.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now
True.
you'll get more time with it than you could
True.
ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
All
You
right,
get
fair
to
enough.
be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take
Okay.
care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Bye! We're here. Hello? We're going down? We're in the hole together forever? That's amazing. Alright, this is cinematic. This is it. This is the cinematic view. Oh! It's upside down. Oh my god, Clay Stanley. What in the world? Looks a little bit like Tommy Vercetti. Like that one. That's just like the original model, I guess. Black and white, yeah. Well, I guess it's not technically black and white, it's just really desaturated. Oh, that's the one.
Stanley! Stanley!
What?
Oh, good, you're awake.
Huh?
It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
That was
Drifting
wild,
away into
dude. You
dreamland.
should have seen it.
But we can't have that, Stanley. Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You
Okay.
don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Okay.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
I mean, I like
And I'm
this
looking
hole, so
forward
that's
to all
fine.
of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip? We going for round 2? No, okay. Excellent, we're back.
Go on. Try out some of the new features.
It's okay, I don't need to. That was great. Oh.
All of his
I did it.
co-workers were gone.
I'm here.
What could it mean? Stanley
It took
decided
so
to
many
go to the meeting
resets,
room.
but I caught
Perhaps
it.
he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go. Nice. Got it. We got it.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
This is why you get the whiteboard ending.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage.
Oh! Sliders. So the computer is barely visible? There you go. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Wait, friend? Yeah, friends. Please adjust the slider until the number becomes 9. Well, technically, that's 9. That's also 9. Well, I mean... Technically. I'm gonna make it the Roman numeral that's in italics. Until you stop adjusting the slider. Oh! Which of the two words below is the most appealing to you? A coup boink call? A coup boinkle? Or scrumtush? Definitely more a coup boinkle. Or a call. Okay. Please don't adjust the slider. You got it? Do you know what time it is right now? I do. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Well, probably not. See, there are some places, well, I guess there's a theory, really, that the Gregorian calendar, the one that we've been using for a long time, is actually kind of wrong, and that every day, or every year, rather, is meant to be 28 days and 13 months. Yeah. Anyway, I don't really care. What is time anyway? Yes, what is time? Concept. Is there anything about yourself you haven't told me? Help. Will you come back to visit me? I will. Weird. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Why did it say A? I don't. Controller plugged up. Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's what I do. Like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. Guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I've really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. Not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again. If you can find me. Talk soon. And there it is. Epilogue. Oh. It continues after the reset button ending? I guess? Interesting. Well, I do like deserts. Deserts are pretty cool. It's a harsh environment to live in, but I like them. Oh. Sticks. Fire. Warmth. In the cold desert night. Rough. Lots of office chairs out here, actually. The memory zone? Just sitting out here in the middle of the desert? It's a mirage. It has to be. It's not real. It can't be real, Stanley. It can't be real, Stanley. Third. Hello? Cookie 9! No! The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. For the first game, teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get...
Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from...
You okay, dude? Oh! What, I guess I made them like each other too much. Okay. I was actually thinking about making the, like, you know, they're not friends at this point, they're just lovers joke. Jim. But I was like, that's stupid. Why would I make that joke? And then the Stanley Parable made it for me. So that's good. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Dang, dude. That sucks. I can't believe the Stanley Parable 2 is a commercial failure. That's a lot of figurines. Let's go. Even the bottomless hole is there. Wait, there's so many. Let's go! This is what I want out of my video game, baby. Thank you. Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, they get it. What? Thank you for playing the new enjoying the new It was great. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I like the Stanley Parable. Like, I know it's just like, you know, kind of taking the piss of itself at the moment. Like, it's just kind of like hee hee ha ha funny, and that's great. You know, oh, look, it's the double doors memory. Yeah, I enjoyed this. The Stanley Parable it's an interesting beast. Like, I don't know. I hope that it's just like a joke. Because I do legitimately like this game, and I think there's a lot to like from it, especially since it's not really 2013 anymore. It's been like 9 years, and more people who haven't played the Half-Life 2 modification for the Stanley Parable will get an opportunity to play Ultra Deluxe. And I don't know, this game's commentary is interesting and insightful, and there's clearly a very large, great effort put into it, you know? I just, In the event that there are actually people who just straight hate this game, that makes me sad, because I like the Stanley Parable quite a lot. Well, hello there. Nice to see you. It's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. True. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title. The Stanley Parable 3. Passion of the Train Station? No, I don't... A Whisper of... Oh... A game of, now with added human condition, employee of the train station, employee of the Book of the Runner, a Whisper of Runner, now with added, I do like now with added poison. It's funny to me. Now with added poison. It's absurd, I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. Been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself. Forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Boop. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. So you want me to get the achievement, huh? Don't worry, I got you covered. You just gotta go down
Here's
here.
something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
It's gonna work, I
You
believe.
see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Got it.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
I did.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
It's a
Who
secret.
fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God.
Well,
Composure?
I mean, we are being watched,
Composure.
but
Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal as I intended. It,
yeah, you killed it, dude. You're
truly
doing great.
speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Oh boy. That's pretty much all the content, I suppose. I'm fairly certain I got every ending. Except maybe... No, as far as I know, that was every ending. I guess let me know if that's not the case. Thanks for hanging out. Sticking with me. I know I've been playing this game for a while. It's probably gonna end up being like 3 videos, maybe? I don't know. Hopefully I'm gonna get to stream at some point. But, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I don't want to do the YouTuber. Like, comment, subscribe. No, if you're an adult, you've used YouTube for long enough, you know what to do. All right, peace. Have a good day. Much appreciated. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.